Hey guys, it's Alexandra from On Rockwood Lane. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the letter R with perler beads. This letter measures about 2.5 inches wide by 3 5/8 inches tall. I'm using a square grid for mine, the kind that has the puzzle pieces so you can interlock them. And this one measures 5 3/4 inches wide. I'm using a dark purple for my bead. You're going to need 182 in total. You'll also need some tweezers, an iron, and some parchment paper so you can fuse your bead together. If you'd like to follow along, I have a chart for this that I'll link down in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. If you've made the letter P, the letter R is made the same. It just has that leg on the bottom right. So we're going to work the first part of it the same. We're going to start over here on the left side with 19 vertical beads. I'm going to work to the right now so that I have 10 beads in total. Then I'll work downward to the right, so I have 4 beads in total at a diagonal. Then I'm going to work down from that, so I have 6 beads in total. Then I'm going to work at a diagonal here to the left, so I have 3 beads in total. And then I'll work diagonally to the right, so there are 3 beads in total, and that's going to create a sort of triangle shape here. Alright, 3 beads down to the left, 3 beads down to the right. Then we're going to create the bottom leg here, so we'll work down to have 7 beads. And now this bottom right leg matches the starting point of the left leg. I'm going to work inward from both sides so that there are 4 beads in total. And now I'm going to work upwards from each side. There will be 7 beads on each side. And then I'm just going to work horizontally to bridge those two together. And now the outside outline is done for the letter R. We need to do the center cutout here. I'm going to go down to the inner side of this bottom left leg. And we've worked those beads upwards there. I'm going to keep going. I want to have an additional 9 beads there. Then I'm going to work to the right now so that I have 7 beads in total. And now I'll work downward to have 6 beads in total. And then I'll just work horizontally here to bridge these together. And now the outline for the letter R is done, and we just need to fill it in. Making sure to leave this top center cutout unworked. And now the letter R is all set. Next step is going to be to grab some parchment paper and iron it. I'm going to be showing you that with my letter E. Alright, so when I do the ironing, I like to do it on my washing machine. I have this mat that I put down when I iron. It has magnets there so it sticks. I know it's not going to fall off. And it's a good surface to iron on. I have the plastic grid here with my letter and some parchment paper. The side that's the most waxy, I'm going to put it face down on top of my letter. And you can reuse the same piece of parchment paper over and over again, so it's not a big investment there. My iron has 1 through 6 on it, depending on the type of fabric that you're ironing. The instructions for perler beads say medium heat. I did try it at medium level and it was taking way too long to fuse my beads, and then they were fusing unevenly, so I actually just put it up at the max level, which is 6, and it works within the time that it's supposed to. It's about 15 to 20 seconds. So I have the parchment paper there, and I'm just going to place my iron on and work in a circular motion. Make sure that as you're working you get the corners and the edges, because those sometimes take a little bit longer to fuse together. And then you'll be able to check it by just moving your parchment paper. It should peel right up. If you have any beads that are sticking to your parchment paper, carefully put it back down and iron over that section again. Once you've peeled back your paper and you're satisfied with the fusing here, then you'll want to flip it over. Be careful when grabbing the letter because it's going to be very warm, so either let it sit for a moment so it can cool off and then you can pick it up, or I just take my grid and flip it over. And then you can put the grid on the side and you're going to fuse the back the same exact way that you did the front. So you'll just take your parchment paper, place it over it, and iron in that circular motion again. This is super important to have a surface that is okay to be ironed on. In about 15 to 20 seconds of ironing, you'll be able to go ahead and peel up your paper, and the back side will be fused together as well. Be careful when touching it because it's still going to be warm or hot. So you might want to just let it cool for a moment before you flip it back over and move it to wherever you're going to let it cool. And if there's any spots that you're not happy with the way they look or you want them to be a little bit more fused together, then just place your parchment paper back on top and iron it a little bit more in that section. Just be careful because the longer that you iron it, the smaller the holes are going to close up. It doesn't take very long for it to cool down, and then as it cools, it becomes more sturdy. So you can actually use it in projects or string it up if you want to use it as an ornament or maybe a name tag for a gift. Guys, thanks so much for watching my video. You'll find the chart for this linked down in the description box below. Please smash that like button and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.